Hello Taurus, and welcome to my channel Attila Tarot. First of all, I'd like to thank you for all of you who have seen my previous videos, like them, share them, and especially if you subscribed, and I'm very glad that you're back for more. If you're new to my channel, I'm very happy that you found me, and I hope that this reading will help you. Today we're going to take a look at what kind of energies you can expect in the months of July, August and September, pretty much from every aspects of your life: money, career, finance, and love and relationship. But as usual, this is a general reading, so please take whatever resonates and leave the rest behind. But let's get started. In the center of your reading you do have the High Priestess. The High Priestess can be all about balance, but it's a card that tells you that you need to follow your instincts, follow your inner voice, because that's going to lead you to success. So what the High Priestess can mean: desirability, and maybe you are very desirable this season. For some of you, especially if you are a female, if you are a male, maybe you have feelings for somebody who seems to be very unattainable for you. But again, it's very important to listen to your inner voice and find the balance, because it's the card of number 2. But let's continue. Your reading starts with the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a very balanced energy, and maybe that might be a message for you to focus on your balance this season, because when you look at him, he's sitting in the middle of the ocean, even though the waves are all over him, but he sits very stable. He is very he's very capable of balancing whatever he thinks or whatever he feels, and make decisions based on that balance. He's a very caring person. He has a lot of love for his partner and for children, family. He's kind of the best husband you can get. So for some of you, it can be an indication. It can indicate you or your partner, or it can indicate somebody in your life, a coworker, a boss, who has the traits of the King of Cups. In terms of business, it's a great card, because it shows that stability is coming into your life. But even in terms of relationship, if you're single, it can mean that somebody who you are going to have a lot of connection with it comes into your life, and it's an indication of a stable, loving relationship. Let's see the next card. It's the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords indicates a change, a big change, something that you've been waiting for, and when it comes in, it's a very fast-moving card. Sometimes it goes against the odds. So what that means, that maybe you are waiting for a new job, maybe you are waiting for a new partner to come into your life, and you've been waiting, and finally the Knight of Swords brings it in, and then it everything speeds up. But it's very important with the Knight of Swords that he can be a little bit stubborn, so make sure that whatever you do, you make some plans. But again, like it's a change that you've been waiting for. So if you've been wanting to get a job, it's a good indication for that. Or if you've been wanting to get a promotion, or you've been wanting to start your own business, this is the card that brings that change. Even in terms of relationship, if you want a relationship, or if you want your relationship to get deeper, get engaged, it's a really good card for that. Now, one thing you need to be watched for, because the Knight of Swords, especially in terms of relationship, can be an indication that maybe your partner is thinking of leaving the relationship. So take it as it resonates in your life. But let's see what the other cards are telling us. The next card we have here is the Fool of a new beginning, a new chapter in your life. So this change, whatever comes to you, will be a major new beginning, because the Fool brings something that is, it can be a new job, a new opportunity, a new business, a new relationship. This is kind of like the energy when you're taking the first step towards your new life. So it's definitely an end of a chapter, and it can be that this new opportunity will be brought to you by somebody who has the King of Cups traits. And the next we have here is the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords indicates that you've been anxious, you've been tired, and you need some rest. You need to meditate, you need to relax and regain your energies. And generally this is a resting that is a blessing for you because you recover. So this can be something that you might be recovering from something. You might be recovering from surgery, you might be recovering from pains from relationships, or pains from work related. And it can be an indication as well that maybe you've been single for a while, if you've been single, or you've been out of the job as well. But what I can see here is that the Knight of Swords will bring that necessary change that you've been dreaming of, and probably you need to listen to your inner voice whenever this change comes into your life. The other important thing of the High Priestess as well, that it might mean some secrets. So maybe there are some secrets that you don't know about, or maybe some secrets will come out during this period of time that's gonna significantly change your life. And the next we have here is the Moon. The Moon is, again, it indicates fears, it indicates things being in the shadow, and again, it's a card that tells you to listen to your inner voice, whatever that guides you. And you kind of have that here twice, because if you really look at it, the Moon and the High Priestess has a very similar design, with those two pillars, with the Moon in the center of it, guiding you through this road. So whatever going to your life in this period of time, listening to your inner voice is very crucial, because that's gonna get you to the change, the new beginning that you've been waiting for. Again, the Moon can indicate certain things being in the shadow, so maybe there are secrets that you don't know about right now, because as I said, the High Priestess can be a sign of some secrets, and the Moon keeps things in the shadow, so there might be something that you don't know about, but that's gonna help you to kind of get the change, or this change will reveal it. But it can be also a sign that there are some offers that are coming to you and you just don't know about it yet, because you have the Moon and the Fool right beside each other, and that indicates that this new beginning is still in the shadow. You don't see it yet. But let's see what's going to be the final outcome of your reading. But before that, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, because that is an indication that the reading has resonated with you, and it also helps me to increase the channel and get the message out to more people. And for you, that's just the push of a button, and I hope you already pushed it. But anyway, I'm very glad to read in the comments as well if you're willing to share what's going on in your life. So your reading continues with the Ten of Wands. Now, the Ten of Wands indicates that you are very exhausted, you've been carrying a lot of weight, a lot of baggage, and you really need to rest, right? You need to have this rest because you are overworking yourself. You are very exhausted. You need to get help. Maybe if it's work related, your boss, the King of Cups, might be able to help you to relieve your stress. But you might have to delegate certain things, and resting seems to be very important because you are extremely stressed and overworked. Ten of Wands indicates something that you started with a lot of excitement, but now it's becoming more of a burden. So maybe there's a project, there's a new job that you started, and it seems to be exhausting you now. But if you're here for a relationship, it can be an indication that maybe you got into a relationship that was very exciting, at the beginning, and now it might have become a burden. If that's the situation, maybe you need to spend some time apart and rethink what you want from this relationship, and listen to your inner voice in both scenarios. But the Ten of Wands indicates an end of a cycle as well, right? You do have an end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So I think whatever your situation, you need to keep going. You need to keep doing whatever you're doing. Maybe get some help because you're very close to achieving your goals. Again, the King of Cups can be some kind of a counselor as well, somebody who can help you to resolve your issues. He's very diplomatic, he's very good with words. So maybe you need to find a counselor who's able to get you through the problems that you've been carrying. And we have the Chariot here, which is an indication that you're going to be overcome the obstacles, whatever you have in your life, because the Chariot is the card of victory, the card of leaving things behind that doesn't serve you, and it is also the card of balance, right? So you do have like 4 cards now that can talk about balancing things. So for some of you, you might need to balance your something in your life. It can be whatever you feel, whatever you think, and move forward accordingly. But with the Chariot, if you're here for a job and you want to go for a new job, a new promotion, or a new start, the Chariot tells you to go for it, because you're going to be victorious. You're going to be the one who's going to get it, even though if you cannot see it yet. But even in terms of relationship, you might be able to overcome some obstacles. If you're single, the Chariot tells you that it's a great time to meet somebody and attract somebody into your life. And the last card we have here is the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands indicates that there's something new, something very exciting, something very adventurous is coming into your life. The Knight of Wands is somebody who is like to get things done and not necessarily think about and not necessarily plan. It's all about the adventures. You might be going on a trip. You do have the Knight of Wands and you do have the Chariot that can be a sign of a travel. But I think what's very interesting for me, that the 2 knights, the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, going into very different directions, and maybe there's something that pulls you into 2 directions, because the Knight of Wands, there are some similarities between them. They are both very decisive. They like to get things done and they want to move fast. So both are very fast moving cards. But the challenge with the Knight of, they both can be stubborn as well. So I think what I see here is that there's 2 things that pulling you into different directions, and you need to find some kind of a balance. You need to balance these 2 energies a little bit better, because a lot of the cards are all about balance, and the way you can find this balance is by listening to your heart, listening to your inner voice. Again, this can also mean that maybe there are 2 people in relationships that are pulling you into 2 directions, an adventure and something stable. So whatever it is, try to find the balance a little bit more. And you do have the 3 of Pentacles at the bottom of your deck, which is a card that indicates whatever efforts you put in, you're going to get rewarded, and it's a card that indicates good teamwork. So I think some guide, some counselor can help you to find the balance, whatever you need. So dear Taurus, that's all I have for you. I hope that this reading helped you, and I'll see you again.